22 to 26. The wildfire that's burning just south of Milton in 5 Mile Swamp. Conditions are getting worse. That strong northerly wind has changed the direction of where the fire is going. So I-10 is now threatened. Part of I-10 that is closed is exit 22 to 26. Both eastbound and westbound will be canceled or blocked. Multiple helicopters keep delivering water. I can actually feel some of the water droplets as they pass overhead. Again, the weather conditions under a red flag warning in this area are against its favor. We do have a strong northerly wind pushing the fire southward towards I-10. We just got the word that I-10 is going to be shut down from exit 22 to 26 until conditions get better.
Alrighty, what's up everybody? Good morning. We're watching video, obviously. My camera's a little lower because we showed Louis last night. This is Curtis. Let's see, this is WKRG. This is footage yesterday showing the big fires up in the Panhandle. That's big news right now. We got a lot of fans up that way. It's pretty massive. In fact, here's an interesting graphic I found. Let me put my phone up so I can read comments. Good morning, everybody. A pretty major story here. Here's a shot from Dakota Smith here off of the NOAA satellite that you can actually see the fires burning. This is North Florida, and you can actually see the color, the smoke, the scenes that some of the people posted that live on the Gulf. Was just incredible. Here's one right here. This is from Amber Wilburn. Look at that. I mean, I've had a lot of fans send me stuff overnight and this morning because we have a lot of fans of that neck of the woods, Panhandle. So let's hope they get those fires put out, but it's pretty massive. Didn't realize it was such a widespread fire. In fact, Interstate 10 shut down. So rain, unfortunately, does not look like it's in the forecast. Let me close some things out. Panhandle not going to get much from this next round of fronts, so that's not good. So we'll have to watch that, see what happens. Stay safe. All right, so what's going on? Hey, Lisa. Yeah, the satellite imagery is amazing, showing these things. Now, we do have a red fire alert right here. All this red area on your National Weather Service map. This is a fire alert for South Florida. Unfortunately, things are dry. Low humidity because of our cold front. And the Storm Prediction Center even shows it on they have a fire map here we can look at. Here is today's fire risk. I'll leave that up there. So I-4 southward, extreme fire risk today. Hey, Brandy, yeah, you were stuck. What's up, everybody? Say hey. So let's say hi to all y'all, especially our supporters. What's up, Jesse? And Cousin Jeannie, what's up? Yeah, we got a little bit of weather to talk about. We've been watching what's been progressing here in the Gulf, and things are definitely waking up. Things are playing out as we've been watching a lot of shear. These back-to-back fronts pose a ton of upper-level wind shear, and this next front that's coming down over the weekend, it's going to drive all that Gulf energy into lower Florida, and we're going to have a lot of rain. But fortunately, because of that shear, we keep showing. Hey, Austin. Yeah, we do have spinach trying to develop out in the Gulf. And we just have a ton of shear, and that's because we have these back-to-back cold fronts. We got a big dip in the jet. And we're going to show you everything. We're just going to talk. That's what we do here. If we got any new fans, we do this during the tropical season every day, almost every day. And we just think out loud. I show you a bunch of weather maps, and we all chime in. We have a good time, and yeah, so welcome. We got a lot of new fans. So Instagram's working out good. I added an Instagram channel. I've been cross-posting on Instagram, Mike's Weather page, also Twitter, and I've been tweaking the app. I got app support online right now. We're working on the YouTube videos. YouTube videos play on the app, and this is what they should look like. Let me show you real quick, because I do upload all the videos to YouTube as soon as we're done. And this is going to be important during the hurricane season because a lot of people can't go live all the time. But this is what it'll look like. For some reason, some of the Apple devices is not playing yet, so they're working on it. But that's Android. You should be able to watch all the cool YouTube videos on. That's just one button on my website or the web app. So, trying to make lots of stuff at your fingertips. Hey, what's up, Debbie? Is it Smoky? Austin, yeah, we're going to talk about the SSTs. I'm such a tech. I'm not a tech. Hey, when you get past 40 years old, you know, I remember stories. I guess it's not a story if I lived it. So here's a story. Trying to explain how to set a VCR to your parents back in the 80s and 90s. Anybody ever tried to do that? Hey, Lisa, cool. I like mine. I love mine, actually. So you know, we used to laugh at moms and dads because they couldn't set VCRs. Well, now, you know, I'm 40 plus, and technology is getting a little bit up there to where I think you just get to the point where you're just like, screw it, I ain't gonna learn nothing more. I'm stubborn. I'm old. And Luke, yeah, we got a lot of weather to talk about. Yeah, I try. Yeah, look at that. Thanks, Billy. What's up, buddy? Yeah, it's hard to read all the comments. I mean, we had 44,000 last year during Dorian. That was our peak. 44,000 people in one live session. That was incredible. It was crazy. It was cool times, man. We got through it. Unfortunately, the Bahamas, everybody in Florida was scared to death along the East Coast. You know, every year we have a big one, it seems like. Irma, Michael, Dorian. Scott, let's talk about that. All right, well, let's see. Hey, what's up, Andy Simmons, our music man. Andy wrote 4 awesome songs for us. And I got my Louis cup. Look. Well, I don't even have my thing. I can't even see what it look like. There we are. All right, make sure I can see my... So, there we go. There's Louis. We'll show Louis in a little bit. He's over there snoring. All right, yeah. Everybody was terrified for Dorian. That was bad. Matthew, a lot of folks from Matthew, a lot of folks from Irma. We watched Harvey together. We watched Florence together. I've been doing this website since 2004. So, 2008, we started Facebook, I think. And it's grown since. So yeah, all right, let's talk about the weather. And I see a lot of Facebook supporters on there. I gotta do my little sales pitch here. But if you want to support Mike's Weather page, the best way to do it, be a Facebook supporter. And I do post time to time only to supporters. We're gonna do some fun videos during the season with Phil, and I give discounts on gear and a lot of cool stuff, and you get a neat little badge. So be a Facebook supporter. Support Mike's. Appreciate it. All right. Here's what's cooking today. Here's storms today. We've got our next front brewing. Normal spot to watch, Texas, Oklahoma. Tornadoes, not much. Hail, yes. Hail, yes. Hail and wind, yes. So here's your wind threat, hatched area, hail threat. That's common this time of year. I'm not sure what that looks like. Anybody, any guesses? Yeah, we need a pre-hurricane song. There you go, Cindy. We're going to set up a GoFundMe for Andy so we can all pay him for his beer while he writes Mike's Weather page songs. All right, so that's today. Here's tomorrow's outlook. Tomorrow's outlook goes to the coast. So we have a lot of fans in the upper coast. I try to talk about all weather, but we have a lot of fans obviously along the coast. But there's tomorrow's weather. Next front's getting going. Tornado threat light right now, 2%. Mainly wind and hail threat. You know, strong squall lines. Day 3, things kind of cool off a little bit, and nothing's showing up really. So there's that. Tomorrow I'll pay attention. I always like to look at the surface charts, just kind of show you what's going on. This is tomorrow or today. There's our front draped all the way down through Miami today. Cool weather all the way through Florida. That's why we have a high fire risk, or high. Well, what did they say? Medium, or I don't know. Let's see what's the official word. Let's see. It's elevated. You have an elevated fire risk. Elevated fire risk because our front came through. So there's that. Here is tomorrow. There's our next front. This is the one that's coming this weekend. So we got a little energy hanging around down here. This is what we've been talking about. You can actually see it on the satellite. This is tomorrow's map. There's our next front. We're gonna have record. Let's look at what's happening this weekend. So we got a huge. We showed this yesterday, but a big dip in the upper jet. They're even saying polar vortex. Remember that word? Polar vortex. And look at this snow. We have snow, mixed precipitation, all the way down to possibly northern Georgia. We're going to have flurries in the Smokies. High snow totals in the Northeast. Record cold 20s and 30s all the way down into possibly upper mountains of Georgia. So that's crazy. 20s and 30s. This is for this weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Record cold snap. Record snow amounts. A lot of people up north are going to be colder May 9th and 10th than they were Christmas Day. Yeah, hey Billy, yeah, Reed Timber's great. He's a great storm chaser. I have a cool little link on my site. I have officially 3,428 links on my site. But there's a link right here, right under there. It's today's storm outlook. You can click storm chasers. And this cool map on iWeatherNet.com has all the current storm chasers. And usually when there's a bad storm, you'll get a whole bunch of these little guys right here. You can click on each one. Click on it. Right now he's not live streaming, obviously, but you can watch storm chasers live. It's really neat. And the comfort of your own home. So yeah, all right. So we're on day 2. Here's day 3. This is Saturday. And Saturday, things start to get a little juicy down here in the south. This is where our energy down in the Bay of Campeche meets the tail end of this weekend's front. All this starts to brew and make its way across Florida. And again, as we mentioned, looking at Tropical Tidbits website, great site. We love him to death. He provides all this stuff. And I ran into this yesterday. We got to go tropical... We'll do North Atlantic. We're going to look at the wind shear. Nope, not on that one. God, I'm going to make me a... Oh, that's Euro. Here we go. Here's wind shear. Okay. So this is why there's a 0.1% we're going to have a tropical storm. Never say never. Never say never. But tons of wind shear. And we've been following this, I think, last week. The only reason I showed you the models, everybody loves models, but we also hinted that, hey, tons of wind shear. And this is for Saturday. Anything red is 45, 50 knots. And tremendous amount of wind shear this weekend. So there you go. Back-to-back fronts, lots of wind shear. And this is what we're going to get. Let's take a look at some rain estimates. And we'll look at some satellite now. Here's... kind of what's cooking. This is current. There's your front down here. All this is going to kind of get juicy. This is current look at satellite. And if we look long term here now, let's just close the windows. I'll see what you guys are saying. I was looking at some Cape surface stuff before I went live, and it doesn't appear yet that we're going to have too much to worry about as strong storms. As I have mentioned, though, with the Gulf being as warm as it is, we got a bunch of stars. We just have to watch what happens out here in the Gulf, because the Gulf has produced 4 different squally weathers now that have been unexpected. So here's what the Euro is looking like. This is 6 hour. Let's see. Let's go back to the main Euro trouble. um, what were we looking at? Oh, satellite. Satellite, where's it at? Down here. Let's look at simulated satellite. All right. Hey Emma, satellite graphics here. Okay, so here's satellite. Then we'll go back. So I got a link here. General satellite floaters. These are just standard IR ones. You click on them and you get animated versions, which is nice. But my favorite one, we have more here. Geocolor loop, water vapor loop. But if you click right here, goes east. There's another one. Goes viewer, high resolution. So I got goes east, the due page goes viewer, and another one that says great IR page. I use fancy words. Hey Scott, Oldsmar this weekend. I don't think we're going to get much. Here's a high resolution look, and it's pretty cool. You got you can click on subregions and really get zoomed in. You can change the satellite mode and look at everything. Pretty cool. That's all in there. All right, so we're going back to the Euro. We're going to look at the infrared satellite prediction, and you can see the blob. This is what's coming. This is Saturday morning. Already out here in Texas. This is Saturday coming. This is the leftover fronts combining, and we're going to watch this come across the Gulf, and it's going to near Sunday right here. It's going to start making its way through. We're going to look at radar. Hang loose. We're going to look at radar. We're going to look at mothers. All you mothers out there, we're going to look at Mother's Day weekend. But here's the infrared. This is what I'll be watching, just curiosity. We'll see if we're going to get any nasty weather out of this as it comes across. This is the estimated IR satellite going into Sunday morning. And then there's the big blob over southern Florida and the Bahamas, really. Could be pretty rocking down there in the Keys, too. Look, see? Euro's already showing possibility down in the Keys. So let me zoom in a little closer to Florida, then we'll look at rain. So don't leave me yet. We'll look at rain here in just a minute. I'm going to go to Florida, and we're going to show you that again. I don't think we're going to get to see it. I don't think we get to see IR satellite. We can see precipitable water. But all right, we'll look at satellite. So here's the Euro look going into Florida. Let that load. Hey Margie, I know the fires. Yeah, I showed that. It doesn't look like we're going to get a lot of rain. Let me show you. This is all right. So here's what's coming. Today, nothing. Obviously, nothing today, unfortunately. Little bit of moisture in the air. Hopefully, it'll keep fires from growing too bad. Southern Florida's under an elevated fire risk. But here's your estimated radar. And we might get some, you might get some rains Saturday morning. This is Friday night. So best shot of rain's coming. Just as the initial front makes its way down through Florida. We showed this yesterday, but the initial front isn't going to be that strong. I'll show you some rain totals. But so your best shot of rain Saturday, early Saturday morning. And this has been very consistent. Here's our front rolling through Florida. But then this is what happens going into Sunday. All that front starts to brew out here with the leftover of this week's front. And there's the rain. This is Sunday morning getting in the afternoon. So unfortunately, the heavy rains for up in the panhandles are, again, staying in lower Florida. And we got some big blobage of rain coming across Florida on Sunday into Monday morning. It's been very consistent. Very consistent. So let's look at rain totals real quick. Here's going into the front, and let's rewind it. So I don't know. Euro is usually a little aggressive on rain totals. Hey Jonathan, what's up, buddy? I'll take a look. But this is not even an inch. So half an inch rain, maybe Panhandle. This is through Saturday, and then the big rains come Sunday, and there you go. You get pockets of rain. So we're gonna have rain training, unfortunately, for some spots. I mean, the maximum showing up here 8 inches, Naples area, Southwest Florida, in Southeast Florida. So that's been consistent. Your GFS about the same. Let's take a look at that real quick. As our front comes down, initially very little rain. So the actual front itself is not going to get a lot of rain. The big rain comes into Sunday, Monday along the southern tip of Florida. And we get a little pocket here. This is because our thing might get a little spinach out here. So let's take a look at, somebody asked about Texas. We'll take a look at Texas real quick. Just because they asked, let's just look at Texas real quick. Texas had the big swing in weather. They went from hundreds to freezing. There's that front coming through tomorrow. So there you go. We'll leave it. That's through Sunday. So here's the initial front. You know, northern Texas, Oklahoma here. Maybe Texas not a lot. That's mainly Oklahoma, but so scattered rains, maybe an inch on northern Texas, east of the Panhandle. And then there's that secondary leftover front and southern tip of Texas going into Sunday. And that's because that's what's going to end up driving into Florida. So there's that. So somebody's asking about our local area, Oldsmar. It doesn't look like, we're going to have the initial front rolling through, maybe some rains. Your 5-day rain forecast is this. They're saying, there's I-4 south. This is from the NOAA QPF page, quantitative precipitation forecast or something like that. And that's the official 5-day rains. So there you go. You see I-4 Gainesville south. Not a lot for the Panhandle, unfortunately. And that's not good. All right, so we're going to look at one more thing. Let's look at a couple of vorticity maps real quick just to see if there was any spinach coming out of the this tropical tidbits again. We can see there's any vorticity. This was showing how it was trying to get. See, there's a little instability. There's a little pocket. See, the Euro keeps trying to show a little rotation as our front merges off of Texas Saturday into Sunday here. A little bit of vorticity spin, maybe a little shot of development out here as it clears. And we mentioned this yesterday. Everybody likes to look long range. Both the Euro and GFS have been hitting that maybe a little piece will stay behind midweek, but not enough to go crazy about yet. So long range lovers, all along there's been a little sign that we could have a little breakage of, here's the GFS. Not really much at all. But then there's a little possibility, a little bit hanging around. The front's going to back up. It's going to stall. And so there's nothing really right now to worry about. So we're going to bingo board. What's up, Don? Spinach, Tipo, Texas. What do they call that? So Texas, is that a panhandle up top or is that the panhandle on the bottom? I think somebody one time. Oh, that's a peninsula. I don't know. I think that's a peninsula, like Florida. So I don't know what you officially call the tip of Texas. The tip of Texas. Is that the top, Don? Hey, you're welcome, Kathleen. Yeah, you're going to get some rain down there. You got it. That's because, it's pretty cool watching this setup, and we've been talking about it. Let's, I tell you, I don't know. I hate to show the same models over and over and over again. Let's see. But I'll show it again. What the heck? I'll show a different version of it. Let's look at precipitable water. I like this map. This kind of shows you where the wetness, the moist is. There you go, Don. There's one for you. Oh, hey, Casper, I'll take a look. I'm not sure. I thought I put a new one up. I hate this one. I got a better link here. The 2-week forecast. Yeah, we're going to be positive. Look at that. But 2-week forecast. Let me see. This one's something's. I don't know. I hate the new colors. That's why I put the link here, MJO page. There's a lot of different. But I'll look at it. I'll make sure it's up to date. A little early to be talking MJO, SAL. Okay, Panhandle is the top part. Oh, interesting. Oh, that makes sense. They have a Panhandle too. The tip. Hey, Jonathan, he'll be coming. Tip, yeah. So Florida's like Florida and Texas are the same. I like that. So we don't really have a tip. So we're going to show this setup again. Let me close out some windows here. All right, so here's precipitable water. It's pretty cool. This is the amount of water and the moisture in the atmosphere, and there's our dry air. So this is why we're under the drought risk here in South Florida Peninsula here. It's very dry right now. This is the water in the or amount of moisture in the atmosphere. Unfortunately, Peninsula is still under this risk today, and they might go a little higher. Remember the Casper, the fires down in Fort Myers a couple weeks ago. Yeah, hey, shoot me that, Casper. I'll check that out. You're the one that showed me, I think, how to slow down the animated GIFs too, which is great. But anyway, here's the dry air. This is the moisture. This is what we're watching. And here's our next front. It's pretty cool. This is neat. This precipitable water map is really neat. This is the next front coming down. This is Saturday. This is a little bit of rain, a little moisture in the atmosphere. Brings up the humidity, at least for the Panhandle. But here's all this blob from yesterday's front, and it's all going to merge here in South Texas. So whoever's I'm just going to say South Texas, and I'll read the comments. It's like me trying to say Raleigh or Raleigh, or I've never got it right. So we'll say South Texas. So there's all the moisture, and it's pretty cool to watch. I mean, look at that. It really gets juicy. Red's a lot of water in the atmosphere, and then there it comes across. So high rain chances here brewing South Florida. So it's kind of neat, two fronts merging together, and you can see it hanging around. It's kind of neat. This is what we've been showing the last couple of days. But there's this is midweek next week, but there's a little energy left behind. That's how tails of fronts we always watch this time of year, and so there's a little blob of rain that might hang out here in the Gulf midweek next week, and that's been consistent too. So I like it when things from morning show to the next morning show. Yes, South Miami is going to get a lot of rain this weekend, and unfortunately, hey Betty, you have a little early Raleigh. Thank you, Don. It's a frontal cane. Yeah, hey, at least the news are talking about it. Tropical energy. I wasn't alone. I get worried when I go way too far out sometimes and things don't pan out. Then I get the, haha, you're wrong. But at least everybody's calling it tropical rains. So it's gonna have that tropical feel this weekend down in South Florida. So in fact, let's go to Twitter. I always like to do this. Let's just search the word tropical and see if anything comes up. This just came out from NHC, but let's see, tropical. Let's keyword tropical, and look at that. See, AccuWeather, tropical, talking about it. They're even showing a low. That's even scary. Look at this. Oh, there's some more fire news. Oh my God, look at that. This is on AccuWeather. Yeah, man, the scene's coming out of Interstate 10. It's crazy. So, there's another one. There's another one with the satellite. Even the radar imagery was picking up the 5 Mile swamp fire here yesterday. Picking up the smoke. Here's your heavy rainfall, South Texas. They're calling some isolated spots 6 inches, but this is the brewing of the two fronts. So there's your South Texas rains Friday into Saturday, and there's our L. Torrential downpours, flooding likely, plans altered, drought lessens, 10-inch possible max here. That's our big L. Shooting across. So there's one. Here's another nice little one. Potential tropical system, but what is he using? That one looks a little maybe old. Tropical. So let's take a look at Wendy real quick. Wendy's a cool map. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, Jonathan. Yeah, you know. What does Mike say? Well, you know, one thing, like all right, so one thing I learned about weather is that you got to stay on it, man, 24/7. You have to pay attention, because if you take a few days off from weather, which everybody does, it sneaks up on you, and you really don't know the patterns, the changes, and what's happening. And I guess that's why the tropics have always been good to me, is I'm very addicted. Went camping last week, and I really lost touch for a few days, and it kind of stunk because you feel out of the loop. So yeah, that was an older run. Oof, we can really zoom in there. So you know, I mean, there's all these little mini vorticities here on the Euro. Just you know, but it's not really tropical. I mean, but you know, you could argue there is a little spinach spiraling coming toward Naples and South Florida, Marco Island. Look at that. That's just a wind gust map. Let's take a look at the rain and thunder forecast. This is Sunday, 5 p.m. Lots of lightning, it's saying. That could be big. Lots of lightning. There's thunderstorms, you know, coming across. So there's your thunderstorm forecast. So yeah, Keys are going to be rocking, man. Look at that. It's going to be rain training down there, I'm telling you. It all starts Sunday or late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, and it pretty much comes across. There's 3 p.m. Sunday, and it's, you know, Monday 1 a.m. So it's gone Monday, but there's Tuesday 1 a.m. So it's going to be a Sunday, Monday rain event. And there's a front backing up. This is interesting. This is thunderstorm forecast. Let's go back to just rain. All right, so here, this is the Euro again, but you know, here's that front backing up. Looks like a paw print. Tiger King. Look at that. Carol? What's her name? Carol? So this is that front backing up. So that's what we're going to watch next week. See what that little guy does. Look at that. Like a little blob of rain. I mean, that's just one run. But yeah, there's a GFS kind of showing the same thing. Front backs up. So never know. Could be what's next. All right, let's I haven't looked at this yet today. Let's look at couple long range storm maps here and just see. Euro's still kind of weak on development, you know, weakened up some. And then another cool one here is this little guy, and it's weakened up some, definitely. Caribbean, so yeah, so nothing. So maybe we won't get a May system. I don't know. All right, what else cooking? Hey, Jonathan. Yeah, I don't know. I had it on a thunderstorm map. So, all right. Let's see. Anything else cooking? Severe weather threat. This is tomorrow. I went over all that. Fortunately, it's dry in the southeast. We have to worry about. Oh, my Emily just texted me. Look at this. So I got it, Emily. So I gotta go show Louie now. Come here, buddy. Ooh. So couple shows ago, I missed Sarah's live by a minute, and then Emily come running out of the bedroom and said, "Don't forget Sarah's school." So I gotta do that. But here's Louie, Hurricane Louie. I'm gonna get my new camera up, get the lighting. Say hi, everybody. Let's get a zoom. Look at that. There's Louie. What do you think, buddy? Say hi. Can you talk? Hey, everybody. everybody. There's your cup. There's your cup. So all right, cool. Winds. Let's take a look at winds real quick for you, Dawn, and then I gotta go. We'll just stay on here since it's loaded. Yeah, you're right. North Carolina, look at you. Well, you're on it. You could be Mike's weather page, aka Dawn. So yeah, look at that. This is the tail end of that front. This is Friday, tomorrow. This is the front. So yeah, it's going to get windy. It's going to be rocking and rolling on the Carolina, Virginia coast. That's tomorrow. Look at that. So yeah, it's going to be windy. These are wind gusts. I put even sustained. Look at that, even sustained winds. Holy cow. That's a GFS. Wow. Usually GFS is conservative. Euro's usually a little more aggressive on winds. So yeah, I got like I said, you got to stay on the weather. Folsom Prison. What's up, AJ? Koozies. Look at that. There's the Euro. It's gonna be windy on the Outer Banks. Look at that. You guys will be rocking and rolling. Ocracoke was hit by Dorian. We had that back surge coming in that barely made the news, it seemed like. Once Dorian passed the Bahamas, it was like everybody was relieved, but they actually had a lot of damage up this way from Dorian. All right, cool. Well, we got 2 minutes, so I got to roll. Thanks to all the fans. We got great. Let's see what we're up to today. Look at this. We're gonna hit 1 million this year. I'm telling you, we got 842,000. So we're getting there. We're gonna be big one day. All right, Brian. Yeah, a little rain. No boating for me this weekend for sure. It's gonna be windy Sunday. So all right, well, be good, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, not a lot to stress about. We got a little bit of weather brewing. I'll post some more here in a little bit of the fire and the winds and what's coming. But there you go. So sounds good. I will be here tomorrow. I think Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. Yep, Friday. All right. Hey, Telford, what's up, buddy? We'll see you guys. Thank you. Bye bye.